We're here in Eurosatory 24 with Simon Davies, CEO of Spectra Group, and on the Orbitica stand. Could you just tell us a little bit about the stand and what it's like to be at the show here today?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great stand we have here with Orbitica, and Philippe has invited us along to support them showing our new GENSS product. So yeah, Orbitica have been a partner of ours for a number of years, and they've been successful in selling Slingshot into the French MOD. So.
Brilliant. And you can see in front of us here, very exciting, is the new GENSS tactical radio system, which we announced earlier on in the year. Can you just explain to us what are the key benefits to the user of this new radio system?
So GENSS is a software-defined radio, so it's taking on the success that we've had with Slingshot, and we've built it so it's backward compatible with that. But it focuses more on the data side of things. So if I want to send more data, I'm able to do it on a very narrow channel. So for example, on a 25 kilohertz channel, I will be able to send around 90 kilobits per second throughput. But it doesn't constrain me to a 25 kilohertz channel now with this radio. Because it's software defined, I can now have that as 50 kilohertz or even 200 kilohertz, which if I move that forward, then from a 200 kilohertz channel, I'm looking at then sending 900 kilobits per second throughput on this handheld radio.
Okay, so for us less technically orientated, I think that means that you can use it across various frequencies, so it's VHF, HF and SATCOMs all at the same time, because it can be programmed?
Not so much HF, because it's right at the top end of the HF spectrum.
Yeah.
But yes, it could be. It's primarily focused for L-band, but it could be used in UHF, and it could be used going up in the higher bands as well, because the radio is from 29 megahertz all the way up to 6 gigahertz. So yeah. But the other main benefit that we have from the radio is we can change the waveform. So if we want to go into an LPI, LPD waveform type thing to hide in noise, we can do that using this radio over the satellite.
Okay, so that sounds to me like ultimate flexibility for the user, software programmable, so it's adaptable depending on the needs. You mentioned backwards compatibility with Slingshot. I understand it also has other modes that it can operate in. Can you briefly describe those for us?
Mainly they focus around the data. As I said, mode 1 will be a Slingshot mode, so I can plug in my external radio and it'll work in the same way. Then I move on to my data modes, which I can either do LPI, LPD, or I can do wider band data, more data throughput through a narrower channel. So that's what it is. But then you get into mode 5 type scenario where we're connecting external MANE radios, so mesh radios, so they have
creating
their own
networks.
So they have their own bubble, but then they connect into this radio, and then we can select what data we want to then send back over the satellite to be used rearward.
Right, so providing strategic comms from a tactical radio. Final question then, Simon, that's brilliant, thank you. Whereabouts are we in the development process? I know we announced concept trial success for Eurosatory. What's next on the development cycle? Yeah,
we've done significant testing on the LPI, LPD, and also the data throughputs and the different modes, and that's all worked well. We're currently in production of the beta models, which we're expecting shortly to be delivered. We'll then be running them out with a number of selected users to trial and assess, and then we'll be looking to going into production in around October this year.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for your time. That's it from Eurosatory.